What's up, everybody? Hey, I'm Chacho. Welcome back. I apologize for the delay. I've been a little under the weather. A lot going on. Back to work. Food trucks going on strong. Hey, special shout out to everybody that comes to say hi to me. You know, a special shout out. Just a little bit. There's weed in my mouth. Big Daddy's Barbecue. What's up, guys? Thank you for coming and spending a moment just to say hi. Look what I'm doing. You watch my show. It's not really a show. It's kind of my little vlog that I'm doing here. All right. And everybody else that always says hi and gives me respect. And I love you all. All the HD chefs out there. This is why I do this. And, you know, I encourage you guys to do the same thing. I know a lot of people post pictures and everything, but it's always just like silent and nobody talks about anything. All right, tonight, very comprehensive video. Probably longer than usual. You know what? Fuck it. If you like what I'm doing, we're going to talk about it. We're going to walk about it and everything else. So, tonight I have some Mexican street corn. We'll be loading that up later. And my Instant Pot beans. So what I wanted to start out with is share and remind you, if you didn't, in case you didn't see, I started creating a family cookbook. You know, it's just kind of a binder with, you know, the old school, you know, the page protectors. But tonight, in specific, I want to show you a little later the Instant Pot refried beans. Did I make this recipe? No. Did I find it online? Yes. And also tonight, we're going to be talking about homemade Taco Bell hot sauce. Yes. Because here's why. And let me show you. That's the page in my book. You know, I don't put every page in my book, but I put stuff that it comes out amazing. And some of these pages I have notes that I would change and make them towards myself. And I also have some this is the family stuff right here: barbecue turkey Hawaiian chicken marinade, my salsa verde. These are the recipes that I printed out to add to my family cookbook. We'll make a cover later. Enough about that. We'll talk about the ingredients and what we're talking about soon. So yes, stay tuned for a longer little episode here. And you've been telling me how much you've been enjoying it. So we'll start with the homemade Taco Bell hot sauce. Now, I love this stuff. You know what's funny is you can't go to Del Taco and use this on a Del Taco burrito, right? It doesn't work. I've done it. It's not the same. I don't know how these restaurants come up with their sauces that stick with their food and their brand. But I get a Del Taco, you know, if I ever go to Del Taco, I get the Del Scorcho, and it works perfectly. Don't have that. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because this is one of, you know, an amazing sauce that I love. And I eat a lot. I grab a handful and I get some Taco Bell. So what I want to talk about tonight, you know, and I've been trying to tell you, this is not planned, so let's see if I can make this work, is the amount of ingredients in this sauce, this little single packet. You know, I'm just doing the best I can. I haven't planned this, but having some fun. But anyways, so I can't read that. Neither can you. So in the homemade Taco Bell hot sauce, the recipe that I found, and I did a lot of tweaking to it, and here it is in my family cookbook right here. So it's 6 to 8 jalapenos. I did 7 and 2 serranos. So I need to write that down because I wanted to change. Well, again, I haven't tried this yet, but anyways, 1 cup tomato sauce. 1 can tomato sauce, 8 ounce. So I had a 15 ounce can, which is weird. So 8 is 15. I just divided it in half, put the rest in the freezer, use it in a recipe. Okay. 1/3 cup of water. I use a 1/3 cup of chicken broth. Okay. That's the secret. Never put water in your food because water tastes like what? Nothing. Okay. Water is a filler. Use a broth. Vegetable, beef, chicken, whatever you want. Use a broth. Whenever your recipe calls for water, use a broth. Or stock, trust me. 2 teaspoons chili powder. Perfect. Got that in there. Right here again. We're talking about this sauce. 2 teaspoons cayenne, and I have a abundance of this stuff, guys. You can get all this at Winco. You could get big cups that are bigger than this, and you can stock up on this for pennies on the dollar. And you can always, it's always in your arsenal, right? 2 teaspoons cumin. I chopped. I did a little bit less of cumin because all the rest of it has been doing cumin. It seems to be too much, so I did a teaspoon and a half or a quarter. That's just me. 1 teaspoon garlic powder. See, no, I didn't do that. I used my homemade minced garlic that I always have in the fridge, and I put real garlic, minced garlic instead of the powder. 1 teaspoon onion powder. Again, I chopped up, so I diced up some onion that would equal out to a little bit more than that, and threw that in there. So all this powder crap, if you can do it with fresh ingredients, absolutely do it. If you only have, the powders and all that, then use that too. But, what I like to do is use what is calling for instead of the powder or. Okay, so a half a cup of vinegar. This was a hard one for me, guys. This was tough because, the white vinegar, you couldn't put wine vinegar or something like that into this recipe. It doesn't work. I mean, we're talking about taco smell, right? We're talking about Taco Bell. And vinegar is in, this ingredient. So, you know what? I broke out the vinegar that I used to clean the bathroom and the shower, the windows and the walls. It's vinegar, white vinegar, right? So, hey, sometimes in moderation, you have to break it down and recreate, an amazing product. 1 teaspoon of paprika, 2 tablespoons of salt. Make sure you use sea salt. If you have iodized salt, if you're listening to me right now, go to Winco and just buy sea salt. Sea salt is 1 ingredient. Sea, 2 ingredients. Sea salt. That's it. You want to stay away from iodized salt, any type of salt, all that crap that you buy. You need to look on the back of your ingredients and make sure it has 1 ingredient, not this. So that's the whole point of this this little video here tonight. Oops, I almost spilled my Taco Bell sauce. And that 1 teaspoon of sugar. A lot of baking recipes is always like a pinch of salt, right? So 1 teaspoon of sugar. So since I changed over to cane sugar, the stuff that looks gross and brown, and it's only 1 ingredient, cane sugar. When your regular sugar, your granulized, sugar is very, very extremely bad for you. But if you just spend another $2 per pound, I know it's expensive. Trust me. Hey, trust me. In the long run, it's so much better for you. It's not processed. It's organic, right? Anyway, so that's that. And I kind of forgot where I was going here, but I wanted to talk about that. Okay, so what we're going to do, we talk about the ingredients and all that good stuff. And, okay, oh, jeez Louise, I should make a 2-part video out of this. So here is, again, Instapot refried beans. So let's talk about this, all right? Might as well go with it and show you the recipe. Hey, it's a longer video. Stick with me, man. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, we're having a good time here tonight. So again, if it's good, I'll print it and put it in my, in my family cookbook. Oh, I tried to stage it so it was easy to get to for this video. Oh, there it is. Here's the last 2 pages. All right, so let's talk about this. So what's in this is a 1/4 cup of onion. Doesn't matter what color. I like to use white onion for the topping. Oh, that's right. I needed to do that with this. Yes. All right. And 1/2 of a jalapeno, right? Dice it up, cut it up. 2 cups of pinto beans, and make sure you filter them out. Get all the rocks. Just trust me. If you get the pinto beans, in bulk, and you scoop it by the pound or whatever, this recipe is it's. The thing about I like about it is the Instapot. It makes it so fast and efficient, and you can just make them whenever you want. Total time, 2 hours, 15 minutes maybe from start to finish. Once you've prepared everything. But anyways, 2 cup pinto beans, 4 cups chicken broth. I need to make a note on this because the first time I made it, that was just too much. So I did 3 cups. I know we talked about broth earlier. 3 cups broth or stock. And 1 cup, I hate to say this, water, because I thought it was just too little bit It was just a little bit too much. So, half tablespoon of salt, half tablespoon of garlic powder. Again, I use real garlic, the minced garlic we talked about earlier. And let's see, I wanted to tell you guys something else. Oh, okay, 1 teaspoon chili powder, and you get some lard. If you want to do it with lard, you can do however you want. You want to be vegetarian, you don't have to add lard, because lard is, what is it? Manteca. Lard is what it is, and that's what makes amazing beans. And let me tell you, 1 hour and 40 minutes in the pressure cooker, the Instant Pot, and you come up with, and then what we have to do is a release point, and then I use my electric mixer. I told you this, guys. I mix them up with my electric, the bowl mixer, the old school. That's how I do it, and that's it. So what I wanted to do tonight, if you're still sticking with me, we're going on 11 minutes. I got some frijoles and the Taco Bell hot sauce. And let's see. Oh, I do have a clean. Oh, and then we're gonna make a little Mexican street corn here. And I guess I have a lot to talk about, but I'm gonna start eating. And we're gonna be talking. How's that sound? I'm excited about this. Yeah, no cheese for me. You guys been following me? You know that I stopped eating cheese into the very minimum because it was messing up my situation, just my digestion, right? So I'm gonna start working on the Mexican street corn first, right? So all right, here we go, guys. I got some mayonnaise. Yeah, a surprise. You had no idea, right? Let's see. Yeah, see? Yeah, I know it's in a ketchup. See, look, it says mayo, right? Mayonnaise. All right, and let me tell you, here's the secret right here. I'm not sure if you've ever seen this, and you can only find this at Stater Brothers. I'm not endorsing it. Look for it. You can only find this at Stater Brothers, in the butter section. And I always have these because you know what, man, you never know when you need it. And you know what, I'm actually cheating. I know I'm preaching all the good ingredients, but I can look at this. But what they say is moderation is key. So I got that. Oh, I forgot the Parmesan. Shit, I forgot the Parmesan. I tried to set it up, but I got the tahine. Brought the tahine. So, a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top, would make it perfect, absolutely perfect. I didn't even think to bring any lime or nothing like that. But you know what? No, who gives a fucking fuck? You ready to eat? I'm fucking ready to eat. I'm hungry. All right, need some onion for my beans. This is how I was planning to. Actually, I was going to put the sauce on first. We talked about everything. And now it's time to sample it and eat it, and just go, wow, you can do this at home too. It's so easy. I could show you the recipes. Like I said, I get these recipes online and I tweak them and I work on them and I make them my own, and that's just So here we go. I don't know what to say. I feel like a Batman freak that's ready to eat these beans in that Mexican corn, street corn. Hey, Sonny! That is amazing. Oh my goodness. Wow. That sauce? I was making green sauces for a while, and those were good, but this is this is amazing. This is way better. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Yes, let me try this corn really quick. Clean this spoon off.